The newest hiking boots sound less like footwear and more like spacecraft. You get stacked responsive foam, waterproof membranes, rock plates, rocker soles, and rubber lugs engineered for aggressive grip. A wave of 2026 crossover boots now promises trail running speed with all-day protection. But every extra layer between you and the ground changes the conversation between your feet and your brain. Could a smarter boot make you worse at reading a mountain? Before you take the next step, subscribe to the Doodle Why for more calm explanations of the hidden systems shaping your everyday life. The provocative answer is sometimes, but not because a boot magically deletes a primitive survival instinct. What gets quieter is a trainable sensory motor skill, your ability to feel unstable ground, predict how it will move, and adjust before conscious thought catches up. That ability is called proprioception, meaning your sense of where your body is and how it is moving. Your muscles, tendons, joints, skin, eyes, and inner ear continuously combine information to keep you upright. So, what happens when thick foam and rigid structure edit part of that information? Your soles contain touch receptors that detect pressure, texture, vibration, and shifting contact. On uneven ground, those signals help your nervous system decide how stiff your ankle should become, where your next step should land, and whether a stone is stable enough to trust. Laboratory experiments show that changing feedback under the foot can change balance responses and obstacle clearance. One terrain study found that shoes erased many of the pressure differences people felt while walking over different surfaces. Does that mean cushioning is dangerous? No. Cushioning protects your foot from sharp rock, repeated impact, cold, and fatigue, while tread can create friction that bare skin cannot. The National Park Service still advises hikers to use sturdy, rubber-soled footwear suited to dirt and gravel trails. The real trade-off is protection versus information, and neither side wins in every environment. A rigid boot may filter subtle terrain signals, yet it can also slow extreme ankle motion and shield you when the ground is genuinely punishing. Why then does the high-tech version sometimes feel more capable than you actually are? Part of the answer is confidence. Deep lugs grip mud, waterproof membranes make puddles feel irrelevant, and tall foam stacks soften mistakes that would otherwise feel unpleasant immediately. That comfort can let you travel farther with less fatigue. It can also delay the small warnings that normally tell you to shorten your stride, slow down, or choose another foothold. Is that risk compensation? Possibly, but the evidence does not justify claiming that expensive boots automatically make hikers reckless. Risk compensation is the idea that feeling protected can encourage riskier behavior, yet studies of protective equipment in other sports have produced mixed results. For hiking boots specifically, direct proof is thin. The useful lesson is narrower. Confidence supplied by equipment is not the same as skill earned through exposure. Your boot can increase traction, but it cannot inspect the wet root hidden beneath leaves. It can brace your ankle, but it cannot choose a safe pace on loose scree. It can keep water out, but it cannot decide when weather, fatigue, or fading light has made turning around the intelligent choice. What does the injury evidence actually say? A National Outdoor Leadership School study followed more than 1,200 people on Rocky Mountain courses and found serious musculoskeletal injuries were relatively uncommon. When injuries did occur, ankles and knees were common sights, and falls were the most frequent recorded contributing factor. The study did not identify one magical equipment variable that predicted safety. A later study of 12-day treks at Philmont Scout Ranch linked injury with heavier packs relative to body weight, previous injuries, and some individual factors, not with a simple good boot versus bad boot rule. So, the mountain is not grading your shopping receipt, is it? Your preparation matters more than any single feature. There is also a revealing clue in ankle injury research. A 2023 systematic review found that proprioceptive training reduced future ankle sprains, especially among people who had sprained an ankle before. That research came mainly from physical activity and sport rather than wilderness hiking, so it should not be treated as a guarantee on a trail. But it shows that the protective system inside you can be trained instead of merely wrapped in technology. What does that training look like in ordinary life? It can be as simple as gradually practicing balance, foot placement, and controlled movement on varied but safe surfaces. You can stand on one leg near a support, walk slowly over grass or firm, uneven ground, strengthen your calves and feet, and learn how your chosen footwear behaves before a serious hike. You can also vary your footwear when conditions allow, rather than spending every waking hour on the same thick platform. The key word is gradually. Would suddenly switching to minimalist shoes restore a lost wilderness sense? No. Minimal footwear changes loads on your feet, calves, Achilles tendons, knees, and hips, and adaptation takes time. A recent systematic review found promising gains in foot muscle structure and function from progressive barefoot or minimalist training, but it also emphasized small samples, varied methods, and unanswered questions about injury prevention. Less shoe is not automatically more wisdom. Neither is more shoe. The best choice depends on your body, injury history, pack weight, terrain, weather, distance, and experience. If you have reduced sensation, persistent pain, or a history of instability, generic barefoot advice can be especially inappropriate. So how do you keep technology from replacing judgment? Match the boot to the actual route instead of the most dramatic product claim. Check tread wear, fit, heel movement, and pressure points before the trip. Break footwear in on shorter walks. Practice on the surfaces you expect, and notice whether thick cushioning makes precise placement harder. Keep route knowledge, weather awareness, pacing, water, navigation, and the willingness to turn back in the safety system. Then, let the boot do its real job. Protect your foot while you remain responsible for the decisions above it. Your natural survival instinct was never a mystical alarm buried in your soul. It is a loop of sensation, experience, prediction, and restraint that becomes sharper when you use it. If this changed how you think about the ground beneath your feet, subscribe to the Doodle Why and keep following the clues hidden inside ordinary things. The newest hiking boot may sound like Spacecraft, but the most important technology on the trail is still the nervous system learning inside it.